Old video. I think I'm on the ball for a change. I'm balancing on top of all the balls, catching up in chat. Mirrorbird's Legacy Charm, all the people asking why you weren't playing Post. Yes. Tron. Ooh, Blood Sun, Tron, and Legacy. That sounds fun. The Tron lands were much better than 12 Post. We played some 12 Post. The 12 Post deck was not good. I mean, like, these are the hands you're signing up to keep with this deck, right? So, like, the thing is, I think of the trap a lot of people fall into is that one of these things are better or worse than the others, when, like, the actual reality of the situation is that, like, the Tron lands and the Post lands do different things. The Tron lands are much better at making 7 mana on turn 3, so they're much better at casting Karn. They're also better at allowing you to... Ooh, we got the Hidden Days beater here. They also allow you to consistently set up on the first few turns of the game because you're always coming into play untapped, right? Whereas Cloud Post is much better at casting like 15 mana Squidbillies. Like Emrakul level manas, Cloud Post is much better at. It's unfortunate that they have the Force and not the Days. Lucky Delver players, they always have the Force. But Jeff, Cloud Post is banned in Modern. I don't understand. They'd always ban the better cards, right? The Modern ban list is consistent. Moving Bant Nightfall up the list, please. Leighton with the 1,000-point cheer. Yep. Bump that up into the priority queue. Likely get to that tomorrow. Unless the priority queue significantly changes. Thank you for the cheer, bud. Good draw. Forgot to attack with Delver. Deal, I'll take it. That's the truth, right? Like, sometimes Delver just kills you. Just like, force, and this can happen to any deck in Legacy, right? Force your first spell, wasteland you off your land, like, alright, flip my Delver, kill you. Standard always looks sweet when it's young and fresh. Hopefully it stays sweet. That's the goal. Hopefully it stays interesting to play. I am, for those asking if we're going to be playing Legacy on this stream, send in your donation decklist. We pretty much just play what people pay me to play. Hey, Dexter Wrecker with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thanks for sending your Amazon fund money this way this month. I really appreciate that. As always, subs are the absolute best way you can support my content here. If they wasteland me again, we're definitely getting Legacy. It's just a Grey Ogre. I don't understand what you mean. If we rip a mountain, I think I'm just going to Fiery Confluence them. Like, take their clock off the table. Alright. Draws a card. Conceding to a Daze. Conceding to a Spell Pierce. Probably conceding to a Force of Will. Charlie, with the $20 donation. DM me off stream, Farley. This is just a friendly reminder that you should always check with me before you send a donation deck list. This deck looks a little bit too clunky and terrible. I don't think this is something I'm really comfortable playing in Modern. If you'd like to check with me about a different deck list, but again, you should always DM me and ask, say, hey, is this something you'd be willing to play? Hey, Knight of St. Traft with the $4.99 a month subscription. I missed that one while I was looking at the deck list. Thank you very much, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This turns off all their fetch lands from here on out. If we rip another red source, we get to Fiery Confluence. So remember, if you want to learn more about how donation decks work, you can always type in !donation decks and check out that URL. All the details are there, and the most important thing there is you should make sure to check with me. I just like Magic formats, especially Modern and Legacy, have particular power levels that you need to be in order to be competitive. And like, if your deck isn't that power level, it's just not even interesting to play a lot of the time. It's just going to be me getting dumpstered on stream by Storm or whatever for however many matches. Oh, they can't wasteland me! That's so good! I was like, oh no, they're going to wasteland me and I'm going to be sad. Thanks! Nice wasteland, nerd! Nice wasteland, nerd! We got triple remanded out of the second game against Storm. Yeah, we got Gift Spugged out of game 1, and we got triple remanded game 2. Reading the question explains the question. Alright, so they must have a counterspell for this Fiery Confluence then, right? Would still like a red source to find out. We can't not do this or we're gonna die, so... Conceding to a counterspell. Second force, yep. If you use Control Z while picking the cards with gift, they get to take 3 cards to their hand. Alright, so this is... I like to board into a control deck in this matchup. So we bring in a bunch of spot removal and sweepers, basically. Huh, what am I trimming? Chandra's a little bit medium against their swarm strategy. Concede APM on point, right? Is it nuts to trim some top ends? Is this insane? This leaves me 6 cheats and 8 cheaters. I feel like this isn't insane. I kinda like doing this. I just like, Trinisphere is okay in this matchup, but like, what is it better than? I think I'd rather have spot removal than Trinisphere. I think I'd rather have Blood Suns and Blood Moons than Trinisphere. I think I want to board like this. I want to board like this. We're keeping Inferno Titans as opposed to Emrakul, because remember, we can just cast Inferno Titan in this deck. Am I going to play MTG Arena? If they make it reasonable for me to be able to get magic cards on MTG Arena, I will play MTG Arena. If I have to dance a hula and then sacrifice a small goat while also giving WotC all of my credit card information, I will not play MTG Arena. Dance is also terrible. No, you don't want to go down on threats. You don't want to go that low on threats. I don't even like cutting... Good top. I don't even like cutting the... I don't even really like cutting Emrakuls and 2 through the breaches, much less going down 4 threats. Just like, it's way too much air in your deck. You need to actually kill them at some point. Maybe the actual answer is that we don't know what it's actually going to cost. Like, maybe they're going to price the packs to the point where I can spend, you know, let's say $100 and get a playset of everything. If I can spend $100 and have playsets of standard, like $400 a year to have 4Xs of standard, that's not unreasonable, right? Like $400 a year for having all of the cards in standard on MTG Arena, that doesn't seem unreasonable to me. But if it costs me, you know, $400 per set, at that point it's like, well, I'm probably just going to keep playing Magic Online. No, the packs aren't going to be 15 card packs. They certainly won't be $3.99 a pack. The packs that you can actually buy are only going to be whatever amount. It's a shame we couldn't Blood Sun on one this game. Because they had just mono lands that Blood Sun hosed. If it's much over 100, then we'll see. I don't know what my line is. I'll have to figure that out. This is the second league I've played with it. In Modern Standard, we played one league with it in Modern, and it wasn't that impressive. Backup Chalice for if they have Call Against Command. They could have like K Command Daze the second Chalice here, and then we'll be a little sad. I don't actually know which one is best. I doubt anyone has played enough to actually know which one is best. I enjoy playing the combo list builds because I think the combos are really annoying and awkward a lot of the time. But if you ask me, are they the best? I'm going to tell you I just don't know. That's true. Yeah, the fact that like you're going to need like cards from 4 sets up front will be pretty expensive. And sometimes this happens, right? Like, sometimes you just don't draw any mana after you get wastelanded, and that's just how it goes. Live by the sword, die by the sword in this kind of deck. That was sweet. They didn't have any plays. Kind of nuts. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just, like, make 2 tokens when they played that. Another one? Yeah, they have a Braid of their own. Interesting. I draw a land or two. Great, another backup Chalice. Yeah, we don't actually know any of the numbers. Like, anyone that's saying MTG Arena's predicted setup is a good or bad setup is just either an idiot or a liar, probably a healthy mix of the two, because the actual answer is, we just don't know yet. That's the actual answer. We just don't know. I don't think I'm willing to crack this Lotus Petal to play a Blood Sun. On the other hand, it draws a card, which is kind of appealing. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I think I'd rather wait. I think I'd rather use that to do something else. Isn't Legacy stimulating? Land? I mean... I think this one I'm willing to do this for, because it cuts them off of Call Against Command. It also cuts them off of Grudge, Flashback Grudge. Yeah, Chains of Mephistopheles plus Anvil of Bogarden locks your opponent out of drawing cards. That's the combo in that deck. This hand's great. This hand's very good. Turn 1 Blood Moon with Spirit Guide to play through a daze. I'm aware of what Legacy looks like when you're not playing Donkey decks. Come on now. We play a lot of non-Donkey decks on here. Please daze me, please daze me, please daze me, please daze me. Oh, it resolved! Chat! It resolved! Watch me go like land Pyromancer and then kill us anyways. It would be kind of a tilt. They have nothing? You have nothing? Nice squire, opponent. I'm gonna play this 2-2 out next turn. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Oh no, they've abraded my Chalice of the Void. How can I ever possibly win the game now? No, please don't wasteland me with your mountain, opponent. Please, no, please, no. Ooh, that's a good one. Squire versus Grey Ogre, what Legacy was meant to be. Ain't that the truth? In the land of the 1-2, the 2-2 is king. We're dead in 16, they're dead in 10. Just good, clean living right here. This one into play. Monkey around a little bit here. Monkey around. Monk, monk, monkey around. Monk, monk, monk up, monk, monk, monk down. Go, 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 go. It goes. It ain't a real game of Legacy till the Simian Spirit card starts attacking, right, ladies and gentlemen? Ain't a real game of Legacy until the Simian Spirit card starts attacking. Ooh, Gitaxian Probe. These are my blood moons. My blood moons are amazing. The opponent's out is Young Pyromancer, right? So I should put this Chalice of the Void on too. I think that's the line, actually. It turns off exactly my Abrades and my Chalices on one, but, like, I'm pretty sure they're castable out here as Young Pyromancer, so, like, slide this out on two here. I like that line. 7 more turns, opponent. 7 more turns of monkey business. Squires and Grey Ogres. Ooh, ooh, piece of candy. Found a piece of candy. Boop. Hey, hey, the gang's all here. No, come back, opponent. I wanted to attack. Come back, opponent. I wanted to attack. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out here today. We're going to be playing some Legacy all afternoon and evening. My name is Jeff Hoagland. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my content. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help support my content past that, the absolute best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, then you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. If you're someone like me that mostly plays online, when I go play in paper on occasion, I often rent my deck from them. Or if you're someone that wants to try a deck before you buy it, it's great for that as well. Someone asked, does Hoagland ever play non-donation deck lists? We actually started today with a non-donation deck list, but I don't really have many paper events coming up that I'm testing for, so like when I'm spending my own money to play Magic Online, I want it to be like practice for something. I don't really have anything that I'm practicing for. If it does look like I'm going to go to the Modern Open next month, I'll probably spend the week before that not playing any donation lists, except ones with large amounts of democracy points. But I think that'll probably be what happens. It does not work for Europe. It is only the United States. The most recent decks we've played for Legacy Hype, Steamflogger Boss with the big cappuccinos. Starting our second match with this big red monstrosity. If you missed the first match, you should check out my YouTube channel after the stream is done. YouTube.com/Jeff Hoagland. 100% of my streams get archived there since I don't steal music. None of them get muted. What's the approximate cost to rent a deck from Spare Deck? It varies depending on what the cards are, standard to modern. You can go to their website and put in a list of cards and like estimate it for yourself. And it's great, right? It's like turn 1 sneak attack. I think I'm supposed to bottom this. I think I'm looking for another lock piece. Already have this worm to throw into play. If I hit a Spirit Guide or a Lotus Petal, we can turn 1 worm them. Have you heard about my worm? I said, oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, no. Am I dead, opponent? Oh, no. Oh, no. My opponent hasn't heard about my worm because they're killing us. Are we getting Spanish Inquisition? I'm so excited if we're getting Spanish Inquisition. White mana. White mana. What is... Oh, it's just regular boring storm. All right, we're just getting turn 1 by Tuss here. I wanted to show them my worm. That's so unfair, opponent. I got so excited and thought my opponent was doing something sweet. Probably an ad nauseum here. I'm just going to let them go off here so I can see which version of Storm they're playing. We want them to miss mana here. We want them to draw a bunch of non-LED things. I believe we're deterministically dead. I just want them to draw more cards to show me if they have Chrome Mox or not in their deck. SI is not on the list today. You can find the link to the donation deck list queue by typing !! donation decks, and you can see what we're planning to play in there on there. Alright, should have conceded there in response to the Gataxian probe. That was a punt. That was a punt. Oh, mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. I think this is not a Blood Moon matchup, but Blood Sun actually seems decent here, right? Bring in Tormod's Crypt. Oh, that's really clean. Just Chandra, Fiery Confluence, Blood Moon out, leave Blood Sun, Trinisphere, Tormod's Crypts in. Feels good. Feels good. Legacy is a fair and interactive format. One could argue it's one of the most fair and interactive formats in Magic. First. Yeah, Sand's fine, right? So, I think I actually want to go turn 1 Blood Sun plus Chalice of the Void for 0. I think that's actually what I want to do here. Yep, you can always DM me on Twitch or Twitter. If you're one of my subs, you can message me on Discord as well to find out if a deck is acceptable for a donation deck list. Hey, your turn. Your move, Yugi boy. What are the odds that City of Traitors Blood Sun works properly? The donation for Lantern Control is $100. That is how many American dollars it would take for me to stomach playing Lantern Control. I let on City because Blood Sun means City doesn't die. That's why. Because it's more than good. It's great. Opponent just brainstorming now because their fetch lands don't work. Belcher's just a normal donation list. If you want to learn more about donation decks, type ! donation decks in chat. This is my 3-ball. My 3-ball is amazing. Nice Misty Rainforest, opponent. It's really good. I don't know how I'm ever going to beat that card. Nah, I'm a reasonable human being. I'll suffer through 5 matches with Lantern for $100. Correct. City of Traitors is actually just a soul land. I'm gonna put this on 2, right? Feels like I should put this on 2. Prevents Echoing Truth from happening. As soon as we find a red land, we'll kill them with this. Brett. All right, we're done here. All right, now the tough one where they kill us before we get to take a draw step. So, played 2 games. Games effectively ended on the first turn both times. No, Ancient Tomb does 2 damage to you because Ancient Tomb dealing damage to you is part of activating as a mana ability. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Okay, who wants to keep this hand? Who wants to keep this hand? Chat, I'm gonna let chat decide. How do we feel about this hand, chat? It's so good if it runs off mana. It's so unbelievable, and I get to play a Tormod's Crypt regardless. I do get to play a Tormod's Crypt regardless. We're on the draw, chat. We're on the draw, chat. It's a sneaker keeper. It's a sneaker keeper. Sunday, bloody Sunday. I believe in the City of Traitors that's on top of our deck, chat. I believe in the City of Traitors that's on top of our deck. Ah, we're so lucky! Lucky, lucky, lucky! Lucky, lucky, lucky! Look, you don't keep ape hands to not ape people in the ape deck, okay? This is my Trinisphere. My Trinisphere is amazing! Never didn't have it. Alright. That'll buy us some time, chat. That'll buy us some time. Miss a land drop. Rats! We're so unlucky! Just the unluckiest. Our second land. Just so unlucky. Just the gosh darn unluckiest. Oh, they have 3 lands naturally. What a tilt. What a tilt. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you're saying there's a chance. They're gonna abrupt decay us during our end step. It's really sad. I liked my Trinisphere. My Trinisphere was really nice. Echoing Truth. Jaina Vapor. Yep. I assume I am dead. I assume I am dead. Dark Ritual! Cabal Ritual! My hand. This is all I have. Beat my Tormod script. People that think Blood Sun would be good in the Amulet deck don't understand why the Amulet deck is good. The Amulet deck is good because it's able to bounce Teleria West to its hand to get another Summoner's Pack to keep chaining Titans as a value deck. See, just the nut like turn 2, turn 3 Titans stick out in people's heads who aren't experienced with the Amulet Titan deck. But the reason the Amulet Titan deck is good isn't because of those draws. It's good because it's able to continue to grind through people that have removal. Correct. Yes. And I think Blood Sun, like, is there a different Blood Sun Karu deck in Modern? I think playing a 3-mana enchantment that doesn't impact the board in order to then make extra mana on your land drops is far too slow, fair, and clunky for Modern. Am I dead? Am I dead? I like how we're in game 3 of this match and I've taken 2.5 minutes off my clock making decisions. I completely agree with Rogue. If you want bonus mana on your land drops, just play Tron. That's the harshest truth right there. Please don't kill me. 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 Please just be playing these out. Dead. No. Nope. Never played. Either played a minimal amounts of Storm. Never really played Miracles. They have to ad nauseam us here, right? So we might not be deterministically dead. I think they have to ad nauseam us here. And they're ad nauseam us with only 1 extra mana. Because they can't piff. Because I have Tormod's Crypt. I would much rather play against Legacy Storm. We have better tools to fight Storm in Legacy. We have better tools to fight Storm in Legacy than we do in Modern. This is the difference. They get better cantrips, we get better tools. Right, please be unlucky. That's a good start to being unlucky. That's a good start to being unlucky. Now flip a 4 and a 4. Nope. Circles Recall, okay. Cabal Ritual, yep. Under, please die. Please die. Please die. Please die to this ad nauseum. Please die to this ad nauseum. Please die to this ad nauseum. Okay, they hit a duress here. They could just stop. They hit LED. Alright, LED puts us deterministically dead, right? LED puts us deterministically dead. So something that I think is really bad form that I wish they'd just delete the chat off of Magic Online. Don't do the winners GG. It's so fucking rude. It's so rude. This hand's great. Go turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Blood Sun. Chalice plus faster mana. Like, the fact that we have faster mana is a big deal. Yeah, that deck's fine growing. I actually, I top 32 to PTQ with the deck similar to that. Yeah, City of Traitors is literally just a soul land. It's a free soul land with Blood Sun. Also, I hate the pregame good luck. It's like, you don't want me to be lucky. You don't want me to be lucky. Don't lie to me. My thoughts on the band standard stuff here. People are so dumb. Sorry, someone was wrong on the internet. Had to take a quick pause there and shit on them. This is the person that was wrong that was getting dumped on, in case anyone wants to look. Death Shadow cards have always been in Modern and people miss them. That's not true. That's not true. No, they had a Lion's Eye Diamond, legit advice. They just got to go, they got to go land, Lion's Eye Diamond, Cabal Ritual, I cracked Crypt, they go to 3 mana off the Cabal Ritual, they play Infernal Tutor, they crack LED, they tendrils me for lethal. One, two, three, they had Storm 6 when I conceded, yeah, so they add 4 cards, and then I die. Yeah, Stubborn Denial and Fatal Push are both, even Stubborn Denial is a fairly recent card. In paper Magic, I say good game and extend my hand almost every time I finish when I lose. You should always wait for the loser to do that. If there's any negative feelings at all, there's no reason for the winner to rub it in the other player's face. There's no reason to. There's zero added value. Zero added value. Traverse is also due, yep. It's one of those things where you stand to gain nothing by doing it, and you stand to lose something by doing it, making the other person feel bad, and you lose nothing by not doing it. Yeah, it's basically bragging, especially in games that have variance by design, where like there are genuinely games of Magic that just like aren't good, and that's okay. It's okay, that's how the game goes. My opponent asked me when am I going to start playing decks that require skill, and I told them they should remove the chat box from Magic Online so dickheads like them can't post in it. What a stupid thing. What a salty little legacy bitch. I'm gonna block them. Spam. But just don't be a salty monster. Don't do it. It's okay, really. Just like, when are you gonna play a deck that requires skill? Erp, erp, erp. Every legacy deck that I don't play doesn't require skill. Can you block for deck choice, right? Is this gonna resolve? Be pretty good if it resolves. Oh, I guess this is actually interesting. This turns on... This makes their fetch lands make mana, right? But it does shut them off their second blue, so I think I'm okay with that. Oh, should tap the Ancient Tomb in response. No, I don't want to play the Chalice of the Void into a Spell Pierce. I don't want to play the Chalice of the Void into a Spell Pierce. I want to play Chalice of the Void around Spell Pierce. Ideally. If they don't go basic Island Jace here, are going to be a pretty good spot. And I guess even if they have Jace, they also need a Force, right? Because I have Fiery Confluence. This deck is great. I top 8'd an open with this deck back in the day. I've top 8'd a bunch of the Magic Online Challenge events with this deck. It's a lot of fun. It's doing very powerful, proactive things. No, because I didn't... So, actually, this is actually a really good example of how skill applies in playing a deck like this. Let's talk about that last turn, because I didn't articulate it a lot. I led on the Blood Moon because I cared about the Blood Moon the least. Because I already had the Blood Sun in play, I didn't care if this card got countered as much as I cared if this card got countered. I then didn't float mana with this to play this after the Blood Moon resolved because I didn't want it to get spell pierced. Because my opponent had blue up when I cast the Blood Moon, they could have had card counterspell in their hand, and if they were counterspelling one of my plays that turn, I wanted it to be Blood Moon and not Chalice. If they had Counterspell and they didn't play it on the Blood Moon, they were getting locked off of being able to play it on the Chalice because I was taking them off their second blue source with the Blood Moon. So a lot of the skill involved in playing a deck like this is choosing how you're sequencing the threats you have into the possible disruption that your opponent has. And you want to think about, okay, which of my hate cards do I care about resolving the most? And then those are the ones you generally want to play last a lot of the time. But there's also a delicate balance of, like, sometimes you just can't wait to play some of your hate cards. Like, your opponent has you dead and you have to just play the one with the highest impact first. And in those cases, you can't play around things. Those are the kind of things you want to analyze when you're playing a deck like this. So playing decks like this and saying they're skillless is just completely disingenuous. They use different skill sets than playing decks that cast cards like Brainstorm and Ponder. But there is genuine skill in how you're sequencing when you're playing a deck like this. And if you ever have a question like that, why we're doing the things we're doing, those are great questions in chat. That's why the chat is there. All right. What are the odds this mana monkey goes the distance? All right. Let's cast this Inferno Titan since I drew that. Don't Terminus on top. 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 I have Chalice the Void on 1, so please swords me. Don't plow me, bruh. It's actually dead next turn, right? Because I get Fiery Confluence plus Inferno Titan. I actually just pump this for lethal, right? This is, yeah, and then it's exactly lethal when I pump this up. Pump up to pump up to pump up to jam. Pump up to pump up to pump up to jam. Pump up to pump up to pump up to jam. Oh, I should wait until this connects, actually. I should wait until I haven't declared blockers, right? Because they can flash in Snapcaster Mage. My big scary Inferno Titan. You plead your opponent not to plow your mom, right? GG no re opponent. Nice deck. Nice deck. Nice sweet hand of magic cards, opponent. Alright, so I like Trinisphere in this matchup. I love Chandra. I actually really like Fiery Confluence. A lot of the times the opponent's gonna have Mentor out of the board. It also kills what's the word I'm searching for? It cleans up Monastery Mentor if they bring that in. It also kills God, I am just mono mushmouth today. It cleans up the Containment Priest. That's the one. Containment Priest. I think I'm gonna trim Worldspine Wurm in a Breach because of Containment Priest and Plow. Probably a mix of the two. I've blocked them so they can't post any more messages in chat. It kills click too, yep. Kills all of those things. For the record, if you're watching the stream and you ever say something obnoxious, I always unban people once. So just say you're sorry and I'll always unban you. What's up, dude? You need help? We already in this is our third match with this deck. This deck's such a riot, it's so fast. 40 minutes in, third batch. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. There's a lot of things you'd be doing, different people that you watch. I'm just spending your day here with us, hanging out, playing some Legacy. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream 4 afternoons a week here, Magic the Gathering on this channel. Gonna be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday moving forward. I'll also be streaming Friday starting the afternoon through Friday evening, starting about 2 p.m. Central Standard Time every day of the week. I also stream the strategy card game Hex Shards of Fate every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. You can check out my schedule at jeffhoagland.com/gaming. That's fine. Having permanent mana sources is actually pretty important in a matchup like this because these games tend to go long. So being able to just like guaranteed play all of the bombs that I can draw in the mid to late game is good. Chalice of the Void for a one-on-one. This hand's like just genuinely good. Like it has mana and it has a first turn play. I mean, a lot of the times I just ignore the chat, but if they're exceptionally obnoxious, I just block them. Ooh, that's a good one. So do I want a Chalice for one here, or do I want to Blood Sun? I think I just want a Blood Sun. I think that has the most potential to mess them up. I also, again, I actually want Chalice to resolve more than I want Blood Sun to resolve. So I think I want to lead on the one that I'd like them to counter more. It seems very good in this deck. It seems very reasonable so far. You almost wanted to leave Blood Moon in matchups like this for turning their fetch lands off, and Blood Sun's actually just better at turning fetch lands off in their matchups like this because it cuts them from being able to make mana with them at all. Sweet. This means, and this resolving means I get to play City of Traitors next turn since it'll no longer die, so I can just play Chalice of the Void for 1 through a Spell Pierce. Why does it cantrip? Nobody knows. For those of you that aren't aware, this card draws a card. Woo! I would definitely forget this trigger in paper the first couple times because I'm just like playing this card to hose my opponent and just like, oh right, this draws a card too. Right, about that. Does the thing. Does the thing. Ooh, that's a good one. That means when they counterspell this first one, I get to play a second one. I almost wish I hadn't blocked my opponent now, because there's no way they don't salt off after they counterspell this, and then I play a second. Alright, that just resolved. Do I put a backup Chalice on one? This feels like a backup Chalice on one type matchup. This feels like they could have a white source next turn and I want to back up. This could also be engineered explosives. I don't own any decks in paper. When I play in paper, I rent or I borrow. So when I play Legacy, I rent all of the cards that are modern legal in the Legacy deck from Spare Deck. And then I borrow the rest of the stuff from people that I know. My buddy Mapamonte ran a shop in town for a long time, so he has pretty good access to a lot of things. Ooh, that's interesting. So killing the Blood Sun means that my City of Traitors will die now, which is pretty important. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the second Chalice to play around something like Disenchant. So that way they're encouraged to... Huh. Alright, well hopefully we just rip a fatty next turn and get to kill them. Okay, so we're just slowly working our way through my things. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Yep. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. Probably gonna lose because of that. Okie doke. Okie doke. Nope, you vote for him, and the vote text was very small, and I wasn't paying attention, and we voted for the wrong one. I was looking at chat, clicking around, missed it. It's fine, we'll be on the play for the third game. It's just what we were in such a good spot. We were in such a good spot. Everything I love is gone. It's all gone. Like Snapcaster Disenchanted? No, just another Disenchant. Alright. Man. Show me on the dollar where the Chalice of the Void touched you. Thank God Blood Sun cantripped, right? I'm just gonna move on to the next game. We're not guaranteed dead, but I'm kind of kind of off it after that punt. Yes, yes, they do. I wonder if I should bring a Wurm back in on the play. Spyglass is pretty good. Put me in, coach. Blood Sun is... This deck's lands matchup was already good. With Blood Sun on top of Blood Moon, I can't even imagine. It's gotta be a riot, right? Just like... Here's hoping for a Savaging in the third game. It's turn 1 Blood Sun in their hand of all fetch lands. Lands player goes home for the weekend. Yeah, it sounds great, right? Pretty sure we just do this on one. And do this on two. Spyglass turns off Jace the Mind Sculptor. Which is one of their best ways to win the game. It also randomly tags fetch lands, which is funny. No, I've not, Blood Anglix. Next time we play, it's in the donation queue. So next Legacy Day, we'll probably get to it. What are the odds our opponent's ghosting? Feels like someone that's salty enough to ghost. We get ghosted in Legacy a lot. Get ghosted in Legacy a lot. No, I just want to cut them off of being able to spell pierce me, Zach. I don't want to get this spell pierced. Maybe they're not ghosting. If they were ghosting, they'd know I don't have Blood Moons in my deck, and they could fetch a Tundra there. Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. Probably getting disenchanted here. They could be both stupid and ghosting. That's true, Ace. You're not wrong. Ooh, this is really good. This is not a disenchant. Okay. You think I just trade this Chandra for this Mentor? I think the Mentor kills me fast enough that I just want to trade the Chandra for it. If they have a Force of Will here, I'm going to be a little bit sad. By sad, I mean dead, but... Pretty sure I just play her and then shoot this. Yeah, they have a force. My opponent played so skillfully this game, they drew Monastery Mentor and Force of Will. It doesn't matter. I'm playing, this was a donation deck, we're playing this league on someone else's dollar, right? Like, me putting a card blocker up is crap content for you all, so I'm not gonna do that. It's fine, it is what it is. If we die, we die. We want to draw, like, land so we can sneak attack and then draw a fatty immediately after, ideally. Probably dead in 2 to 3 here. Even Inferno Titan, land into Inferno Titan works, because Inferno Titan will clean their board out. Yep, new standard is up for donation deck lists. Actually, I have one in there now to figure out when we're gonna do it. I mean, like, there's a reason why, like, I stream things like this and I don't stream the events that I actually care about, right? Willing to do this? I think I'd rather just play this Blood Sun, right? Since it's a soul land here, I think I can just lead on this. This way, it gives me 2 draws, 2 rips of the thing. So, need a fatty. That'll do pig. Just hardcast this. If I hardcast that, I could die, right? Or did do a counterspell either way. I think I just want to put this into play. I guess this is bad against Containment Priest. They probably just have another force anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, good games. Look, if their life is so depressing that they need to, if they're so broke that winning that match of Magic is going to make or break them, they should consider becoming a responsible adult and selling their $600 legacy deck online and getting a job or getting some life training with that $600 so they could have a better job to better support themselves. You know, it's just how it goes. I must have them blocked or muted on here. They're probably a dickhead on Twitch too, because I don't actually see them in chat. What if it's a kid? I mean, I got a job, my first job when I was 14, so, you know. I don't actually see them in the viewer list. I must have them blocked. I must have them blocked. I worked at a theater. Turn 1 Blood Moon, right? I think this person mostly plays Miracles as well. That's actually a big part of the reason why I've been playing less Legacy too. We get ghosted so often when playing Legacy, it's not enjoyable. So, it's part of the reason why I've been doing more Modern and less Legacy. I also been enjoying Modern more. Modern's fun when you don't spend your own money to play it. Basic Island Delver. What a tilt. What a tilt. Not Bob with the real truths. I have no idea. I'm just repeating my experience. My experience streaming is that I get ghosted far more often when playing Legacy than when playing Modern. It could also be, and honestly, this might be a big part of it. There's less people that play Legacy online, so it's easier to find someone when they're streaming. Yeah, it's just, I mean, when we want to block a ghost, I just like extend the banner over my hand. It's just tough to tell when people are actually ghosting, and like, it's just crap content, right? Like, I'm here trying to make good Magic content, and like, if I'm putting a card blocker up, I'm just genuinely not making good Magic content, and I'd rather not make content than make bad content. Plus, there's like plenty of people that like Modern, so it's not like I'm losing out by producing more Modern content and less Legacy content. Into a counterspell or a spell pierce or something here. There's more Cabal Therapy in Legacy 2. That's true too. That's like the dead giveaway that we're getting ghosted a lot of the time, right? They just like, all right, Cabal Therapy, take the card that I know is in your hand that I actually should know about. Take your obscure 2-of that hoses me. I think we're just dead here. We'll see. We could draw running lands and worm them, right? No, because they're gonna hit us down to 5. Yeah, running lands doesn't even do it at this point. I'm not salty. If I was salty, I'd stop streaming. Like, I don't stream when I'm salty. Like, I'm just saying, like, people, I hate that culture in Magic the Gathering. There's this culture in Magic and TCGs in general that when you're talking about something that's impacted you, you're automatically upset about it. It's like, well, no, it's this bad thing, but it's just like, bad things happen. It's okay to acknowledge that bad things happen. That's life. Not everything is happy all of the time. It's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that bad things happen sometimes. I don't actually know what they're doing, like Basic Island, Delver, Counterspell. I think I want the Blood Suns. I think City of Traitors wasn't good enough. We had a Blood Moon in play. It was a mountain. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's not that I'm upset. It's just like, it's disappointing, right? Because like, I like Legacy as a format, but like the actual truth of like what happens is that like I get ghosted playing Legacy more often than I get ghosted playing Modern. It's okay. It's okay. That's just how it is. And it's fine. Most of the Legacy decks we play on stream, like other people are paying for. So like other people are paying for me to get ghosted. So it's whatever. Now, I kind of like shutting off their fetch lands. Bloodsun also cantrips. I feel like people really undervalue the power of this card drawing a card. It's so good. It's so good. Maybe I could split these. Okay, I could be talked into splitting these. Nope, we're submitting. Got it. He just needs more mana. Do anything. It's fine. It's like not exciting, but it's fine. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm kind of looking for non-city lands or some action. The two basics is what's throwing me. Like, one basic isn't unreasonable, but like two basics and actual factual counterspell are both odd out of any Delver variants. That Ephro post was great. We were talking about that in Discord. Yeah, but most blue-red Delver decks are, they're more aggressive, right? Like Fire Blast and stuff, they don't play 2-mana counterspell. Hey, look, low numbers with the $15 donation. Not sure if Long Tusk Cub should be Sultai champion. All right, add that into the queue. Look, no numbers. Please don't make me build a sideboard. Can you build me a sideboard and DM me what you want the sideboard to be? Alright. Alright. Waiting for a bomb. Oh yeah, when you do a deck paste on tapped out, it doesn't include the sideboard. It's jacked up. Oh, is this 75 cards? It might be 75 cards, actually. 32, 52. No, it's definitely just 60. There are 3 basic... I think... Are they mono blue Delver with just fetches for... They're probably just on fetches for shuffling brainstorms, right? Fiery Confluence cleans the board up. We're also not sure what kind of Delver deck they're playing, so they could have like access to Young Pyromancer or things like that. Fiery Confluence is great in this deck. It buys you a lot of time. It shatters hate cards like Ensnaring Bridge or like Thorns and stuff like that, and it also cleans the board up. They play a Volk. I actually don't remember. It is a lot of basic islands, you're not wrong. Yeah, Bolt and Reb would make sense, probably. Counterspell. Built. Yeah, I thought it was a turn, but I genuinely don't remember. Yeah, got him to skip the combat step. Do I want to play around Spell Pierce? I don't think I want to lose my city. Young people suck. Get that! We drew a Blood Sun. That means we get to keep my City of Traitors. Darn kids and their rap music. No idea. I'd assume they play True Name, but we haven't actually seen that many cards out of them. Ooh, trigger. And try and kill this Delver. Alright, I don't know what happened there. I think I cast it twice, but it's on the stack now at least. We got that going for us. Flusterstorm. Alright, we're dead in 4. Looking to rip a sneak attack or through the breach here. No, I just want another bomb if I draw next turn to be live immediately. I just kind of want to use my mana up. Opponent's running kind of low on cards, so like they're going to be running low on answers. And if I give my opponent more turn to draw more answers, that's bad for me. It does take a turn off of our clock, so it's a small consideration, but I think I'd rather just like use my mana while my mana is good. Yeah, there's a good chance I wanted my mana the following turn. Like, we didn't draw anything here, so it looks bad that I didn't wait, but I guess we would have also been able to play around Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm if I waited. Yeah, Titan would be good as well. I assume there's at least one more counterspell in their hand and we're just gonna die. They also have like Snapcaster for counterspell. Back to basics Delver is kind of sweet. Yeah, I mean, in the event they don't have a counterspell. Yeah, I think if you have Fluster, you bring it in this matchup. It's like not stellar, but it's fine. Tags Fiery Confluence and Through the Breach. Like not a card you're excited to have, but it's probably better than other cards that they had. Alright, survey says. Play this so I can pay for days. Game's opponent. Snapcaster Mage is actually another reason to jam the Fiery Confluence when I did, because they couldn't snap Counterspell at that point. I guess they could snap Hydro Blast, though. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drop from this league. We went 1 and 3. We did lose one round to someone that was ghosting, so I don't know. It's like usually bats about 500, so. The Blood Sense felt pretty good. I don't know. Obviously, like, the result in that league wasn't stellar, but, like, that card felt fine every time we drew it. It's another card that's, like, a pseudo-lock piece, and, like, again, the impact of playing this card is low, right? Because the fact that it draws a card when it comes into play is pretty powerful. So I think if I was going to play this deck again in the future, I would definitely include Blood Sun again and give it some more testing moving forward if this was a deck I was interested in playing in Legacy.